My name's GuyKesTV. I've been a professional bike tester for nearly 25 years, and today the bike I'm live ride reviewing is Whyte Wessex One. Obviously the main part of any bike is the frame. You've got this fully sculpted aero front end around the fork here, and then super skinny stays dropped at the back to absorb shock. It's got this multi-modulus filament layup single monocoque chassis design. It's a full carbon frame, and obviously on this single ring version they've even smoothed off the seat fin there, so it's really clean design. Other features worth taking note of that you won't see on a lot of road bikes: you've got these really well sealed weatherproof cable guide ports, exits and entries. You've got this gusset over the flush fit gripper there. So loads of weatherproofing going on, and these glorious Whyte specific mud guards with these little barrel adjusters here. Really close fitting, full protection, but without any of the normal hassles. And the mud guard mounts themselves are pretty discreet, so if you don't want to run the guards, then it's not going to be an eyesore. But to be fair, I think I took my guards off mine. I mean, I've got one of these. I've had it for about 3 years. I've got the SE version, just as my daily driver for road testing and for commuting. And I think I took the guards off for about a week, and not only did it rain immediately, but it looked kind of weird without them. One of my favourite bits about this bike is how good it looks with the guards on. I actually think it looks better. They do add about 700 grams because they are a proper tough steel stayed, ultra durable mud guard. They potentially add a bit of drag, although there's some interesting wind tunnel research on that, where it says actually cloaking the wheel like that can help it go faster. But they're full protection. You're not going to throw up a face full into yourself, and with a mud flap on the back, it's going to keep you peloton happy if you're a member of the Cappuccino Cycling Club. It's a thread-in BB for longevity. It's running SRAM Apex with this 44 tooth front chainring and a 1042 11-speed block on the back and a medium cage mech. So big old gear range on this. Like I said, I think I've said in the riding video, you can easily get this up well beyond 50 kilometres an hour spinning, and yet that 42, 44, almost a one-to-one gear, so no problem at all levering yourself up some pretty serious climbs. And there are some serious climbs in the Dales, and it's surprising how many of those bikes I see out, actually, because it's quite a distinctive colourway. I do probably see more of the single-speed Whytes out in the hills than I do of any of the other type, which is, maybe because it's Whyte appeals to mountain bikers, because it's primarily a mountain bike brand. I don't know. Anyway, they're certainly getting used, and they certainly seem to be being enjoyed out there. Going back to another big reason why this Whyte stands out, or at least it did when it came out: big tyres on wide rims. I mean, obviously that's only allowed, you can only get away with that with disc brakes. With a rim brake, you're just not going to have the clearance for guards and tyres and rims. It's a 23mm internal WTB rim, so really wide on the inside for a really fat profile on these 30mm Schwalbe tyres. And this is the G1 speed, so you've still got a bit of tread there to just give you that cornering confidence, but it's a naturally fast rolling tyre that just sustains speed really well. And TLE, which means it's tubeless ready, good to go as soon as you put the right valves in, and then you've pretty much banished your puncture worries for a long old time. Plus you can run it low pressure to increase traction. Up front you've got Whyte's own slightly sort of flat topped comfortable alloy bar, and stem is theirs as well. The actual geometry of this bike is very much a conventional road race bike. 73.5 seat, 73 degree head, and relatively long stems, so it goes up to 120 on the larger sizes. I mean, this is a medium, so it's running 110, and the bars are size specific as well, so ranging from a 400mm up to 460mm on the larger sizes. So they've really dealt with the detailing as well, not just in terms of the weatherproofing, but in terms of the fit. So it'll fit like a conventional road bike, but ride like a really, it's basically, I don't want to say it's a winter bike, although patently it is a really good winter bike with all the weather protection and all the extra grip, extra control, and that really rich feedback frame. It's also just a great all-rounder because it's never not really winter most weeks of the year in the UK, and I don't see why you should drop to a bike that doesn't perform well in winter either. There's this thing about getting a hack bike for winter, but why? It's a horrible time of year to ride anyway. Why not get a really nice bike to ride, but one that's versatile enough to work all through the year? What details have I missed out on? It's flat mount on the rear for the disc brakes, so that's up to modern standards, 142 by 12. on the rear and 12mm through axle on the front. So nice and secure, tons of feedback, like I say, but without ever feeling sharp. And carries speed well. You know, it's not an arse-kicking, jump out of a green light sprint machine. It's not super springy and super smooth. It's just really comfortable, really damped, and a great way of getting miles in. And obviously all the things that make it suitable for gravel riding and for back road riding also serve it really, really, really well in a commuting environment, not least the fact it's got this high visibility paint job. But then you've also got the option of going a bit more subtle with the Ultegra Di2 or standard Ultegra bikes, which aren't quite a standout colour scheme. So that's kind of it, really. That's the details on the bike. Thanks to Whyte for lending me it for review. Thanks to them for, like I say, you know, to come completely clean. I've had a Whyte Wessex SE as my own personal daily driver bike, built it up with a spec. That's in a video up here. Talk through why I chose it and what the way I built it up. It isn't that radically different to this one, just a bit fancier, to be honest. Thanks to you guys for watching. Thanks to my Patreon supporters for putting the money into the channel every month so I can do more of these unsponsored videos. Thanks to Endura for the fresh dropper kit. It's just arrived in a box this morning, so just getting used to this Pro SL insulated jacket and the new Pro bib-longs. Loved the last one, so hopefully, and so far these seem just as good, if not better. Shimano for the shoes, and trusty 100% for the gloves. And from memory, I've got a gyro helmet on my head with an Endura skull cap underneath. And thanks to the RAF for a fly pass. But anyway, I'm clearly waffling on now. I've been GuyKesTV, and you've been watching GuyKesTV. Any questions, get busy in the comments below. But thanks for your time, and hope you've enjoyed learning a bit more about the Whyte Wessex One. Because, like I say, Grey Bates, it is a personal favourite of mine. Give up.